Hey folks, welcome! I'm Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and well, we are still flying in the verse in our Serenity spaceship with Malcolm, our leader, and well, his crew, Kaylee, Zoe, River Tam, and well, a med staff because we might die. And we were flying and dealing and working, and where we ended up here last time was Amondul. Well, we just did a job for Niska. We managed to complete that job. We managed to make some money. We made $4,000, but after paying our crew, we are left with 3,200 space bucks. And now we flew to, well, this place here, where Amondul is, where the Space Bazaar is, and where we are going to do lots of stuff. First of all, I'm thinking, let's go and deal with Amondul. So let's go and see what is in his pile of cards. And there he is, Mr. Amondul. Okay, so as with buying, as with dealing, we can first look at the discard pile to see if we want to consider some of these jobs. Well, this is one that can bring us not that much money, 400 bucks, plus 400 for each of our speech symbols. We only have two, and well, it's not great for us, so I'm not going to consider that one. What I will do is take the top three cards and see what's in there. As you can see, Amondul doesn't have that many jobs that, well, makes you misbehave. So we might, this is also a little bit stupid for us, so we are paid 2,000, but we do have to roll for speech to see if he pays us the 2,000 or less or more. Let's see, this one brings, well, gives us money. This one gives us money, and a part as a bonus. But, well, let's see where we have to be, and maybe we can add in one of these three jobs as well. So I decided to take that one with the one misbehave. You never know what it will give us later. Maybe we need that one to finish the game. As you might remember, we need 20 or more misbehave cards that we have to proceed. So, and we have 3 at this moment. So we might as well take that one. And well, it allows us to do something here at the Space Bazaar. We can load contraband, which is illegal, but well, if we are not going to do the job and deliver the contraband to well, to Kirdy in Georgia, we might as well sell it maybe to Niska. He pays 800 space bucks for each contraband we deliver. So that's something we can do. And well, that brings us to our next part here. So we did dealing, so we just dealt with Amondul. Now, the next thing we could do is we could work for Amondul and load the contraband, or we could work here for the jump and hump the competition stuff here. And well, it lets us misbehave 3, which is of course very interesting. But let's first go to the Space Bazaar, and the Space Bazaar might give us more interesting stuff to buy first. There we are, the Space Bazaar, and of course we can choose to consider one of the 3 cards that are in the discard pile here. We have explosives, we have the tall playing cards, which lets us gamble for money, or we can have the fake ID, but we already have a fake ID, so let's gamble. No, let's not gamble with the gambling thing, but let's take 3 cards and let's see what we might bring along with us. So we have a merchant who, well, he talks a little bit, and when we sell cargo we get more money. We have an opportunist who gives us, well, Jesse gives us more contraband from salvage ops, and we have breaching tools. Again, this is not what I hoped for. Well, she asked for more money, so I think I'm going to leave it with this, so not going to buy anything here. Well, besides, I'm going to spend 200 space bucks here and get myself 2 more fuel, so we can fly without any problems. And then our job here is done at the Space Bazaar. Let's go back to the board, and at the board we might as well start to work. So what we're going to do is, well, we're going to do the important stuff here. We're at the Space Bazaar in the Red Sun, so we are going to work on this job. And, well, we only need to do one thing. There's this part, there's only one part. Well, of course there are jobs who need a pickup and a delivery, a drop-off. But for now we are going to do this one. We are going to misbehave 3 times to get paid. And, well, that would bring us to more misbehave cards. So let's do this. And for that we will be needing the first misbehave card, which is a bit of local color. We can do a bar fight which uses kosherized rules. Now, kosherized, something special. That means we cannot add the bonus symbols of any weapons we have. So Malcolm has the sniper rifle that gives 1 more combat. He will not be able to use that one. Or we can talk our way out of this again. We will blow a new crater in this little moon, so we can threaten them. We need a check of 6. We only have 2 for now, so we need a roll of 4. If we had Wash in our crew, we would be able to proceed without any problems. So we are going to do a bar fight. So let's see. We're going down here. And as you can see, we have Malcolm who gives us 2. We have Zoe with 2. Malcolm cannot use his weapon, but we can try to involve River Tam. And if she rolls a 3 or a 6, she might, well, she is allowed to help us. And then, well, if she does, we immediately succeed here. So let's roll the die. We have a 3, so she gives us 2 combat skills. That means we are at 6, and we needed 6 or more to proceed. So this first one is done. We're at 4 misbehave cards. Next card is, it was the best day ever. I was pompous. If we have the fancy duds, we proceed. Otherwise, we have to talk our way through it again with a check of 6. Or my sister was crazy. I think that's Simon Tam talking about River. If you have a medic, proceed. Oh god, now that's a good job. We do have a medic, otherwise we would have to do some shizzle, which wouldn't be too many problems either, but it worked. If we had Simon Tam, we would proceed, but we have the medic here, so let's just proceed. That's card number 5, misbehave number 5 we managed to do. And the last one is, oh well, there are some locals in need here at the Space Bazaar. We can feed some mouths. We have to discard 1 cargo. And then we can remove disgruntled tokens from all moral crew and proceed. Well, we do have some cargo here. Or we don't have time for this, fight our way through it, which isn't too hard, but we have to disgruntle all moral crew. So this time, let's pay the cargo we just had here lying in our cargo hold, which, well, we could have sold for a little bit of money, but we're going to pay the cargo and we proceed. That means that we did 3 misbehaves. That means we, well, did this. So yeah, that's great. So it's a special reward. It's not that much. We just get had to misbehave. We load 1 cargo per crew on the job. Well, we have 5 here, so that one that we just paid comes back, but we had 4 more to our cargo. And we had a mechanic on board, Kaylee here, so we get another bonus here. We get 1 part, so let's fill up our Serenity. Okay, so look at this, our ship is filled with nice stuff, legal stuff. That's great if we ever run into the law. Okay, so that was this thing. We worked, so we did everything this round. We went shopping, we worked, we dealt, and now we only can do some flying still. Are we going to do some flying? We want to go to, let's see, where are we going to? We want to go to Juangun. Okay, so let's see, let's go to the board again. So there we are, and we still have this mission here of patience, also 2 misbehaves, and we have to do this in Juangun. But you might remember we need a transport for that. We do not have transport, so the question is it, well, is it interesting to fly over to, well, it's not interesting to fly over there. I still want to find a transport, but I'm thinking about not doing that, and I just want to find some better stuff somewhere else, and especially better misbehave jobs. So I'm thinking about going back to Niska. But we are close to Silverhold as well, so let's just look at the discard pile again of Silverhold, if there's something interesting there. Firearms and explosives, not that great. I was just hoping for something, not sure what I was hoping for. We will not get misbehave stuff at with what's his name? With Harkin, probably. He's someone from the law. Maybe Badger has something interesting. Maybe Persephone has something interesting to buy. At this moment, there are some fancy duds. And, well, some the Fixer and Billy. Also not great, but we might go there. Biggest problem is there is a Reaver over there, but he is at this moment in the the border space, and he does not enter the blue space, so that's not too dangerous. So let's just do the flying. We of course pay 1 disgruntled token here. Now we could wait another turn and load the contraband here, but we lose a turn just to do that. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to fly, and we're going to fly to the Alliance base. Driving a card for that. Oh, there we go. We have an Alliance entanglements. So we can move the Alliance cruiser to any Alliance sector not occupied by a Firefly and keep fighting, or if we were solid with Harkin, we could move the cruiser to an alliance with an outlaw ship and get some money out of it. So we could screw other players with this one, but well, we can just move it away. So let's just move that ship somewhere else. So here we go. We've just moved it all the way down because we're not planning to go there. And that makes us a little bit safer for some control points of the Alliance cruiser. Okay, next we continue our move. By the way, I had to spend fuel, almost forgot it. Another card here, the big black, keep flying, don't mind if I do. Let's fly over here. We have another big black here. And now our last move number 4, we go to Persephone, and we can just keep flying. Awesome. All right, that was this round. Let's do one more for this video. Let's go. Let's see where we are. We are at Persephone, where we have Badger as well. We can buy stuff or we can deal with Badger. So let's go to Badger. And there's the man with the hat. And the man with the hat has this laying in his discard pile, which is cool to get some money. It's a legal job, a pickup and a delivery. But I'm going to try and find and hope he has some cards with misbehavings on them. Oh yeah, there is one. Oh, a good one. This is a good one. An illegal job, but not an immoral one. We have this. Doing misbehaves. 2,800 bucks, that's not bad. This isn't bad either, but we need transport for this one. And we need a fake ID for, oh, this is great. This one, we need this one. All right, so we will take this. We can only take 2. And we'll take this one because we still need a transport for this one and we're not going to make it. Now we can only have 3 jobs, well, inactive jobs. We already have 2, so let's discard one. So let's take the boat here and let's see. Oh man, still going to keep this one here, you never know, so I remove the Amandul one. Okay, and now that was our dealing, so let's go and do some shopping. And this place to shop is Persephone. We already looked at the discard pile where we didn't see anything that we wanted, so let's hope to find something great, awesome here. We find a transport here that we can buy. It's expensive, but it's a transport. We have a ship upgrade, a Crybaby, which allows us to escape from the Alliance cruiser, and we have an expendable. Who isn't removed from the game if he dies. But, well, it's obvious what we're going to do. We're going to buy the 4-wheel drive mule. So we are not going to buy these ones. We're going to pay 1,000 beautiful purple but annoyingly paperish space bucks, and we are going to have a transport. Okay, there we go, the transport. I gave the transport to Zoe. And the med staff has a fake ID. She has a shady history somewhere. Something happened in the past. But, well, she's a moral crew, so she was falsely accused of something. Who knows? Okay, so let's go now to what we're going to do. What were we going to do? We bought some stuff. So, what else can we do? Well, nothing there, I think. So we will have to fly a little bit. So that's what we will do. And that will happen now. So let's fly. So next time we can do some interesting stuff. So there we are. We're at Lux. We're going to pay our token here. Our disgruntled token. And we already did 8 now, so it means we have 12 more left to do, oh well, to do at least 14 misbehaves. So let's fly, let's start flying, we need to fly. So let's go, 1 space to the left. Okay, what's going on in the engine room? Sorry for the light, it's a little bit dark in the room, so I had to turn on the light of the camera. So where were there space monkeys? So we have to do a breakdown, which, well, could mean a full stop, or we can spend a part. Now, we have to roll 7 or more to keep flying here. We already have at least 5 on our skill. We have Kaylee who can re-roll a check, a mechanical check. So let's see, let's try and just do that. We also have River Tan, of course. Now, River Tan, she needs to roll, let's see here, a 4 or a 6 to join us in this test. If that works, well, we passed the test, so let's do that first. And the roll just went here, a 4, that gives her Yes, that exactly. That gives her the mechanical skill. So that's worked out perfectly. So that means we already have 7. So this works. So we just keep flying. And flying means we move closer to Ariel. That's where we are heading. And in meanwhile, we have the cruiser patrol. And the cruiser patrol lets us move the cruiser closer. So let's move it here. Barely on screen, but it's getting closer. And then we just move to Ariel. By the way, I did not forget to pay the fuel cost, of course. And it's the big black. So we arrived at Ariel. That's what we want, because we have the badger job here. 3 misbehaves. We have a fake ID, we have 2 speech, we have at least 2 mechanical skills. So we are going to do this one, but that's something for next video. So for now, that's it, folks. Thank you again for watching. I have seen the views aren't too high of this. Maybe the game doesn't speak to many of you. Maybe the videos are a little bit too long. Well, let me know why you're not too interested in this one. I'm of course going to finish it. We're almost halfway, by the way, so it won't be a too long series of this game. I'm enjoying this game. Second time I play this solo, and I'm enjoying this more than the first time. And well, I hope you do as well. So next video I will already record tomorrow, so you'll have to be fast if you have seen any mistakes or you have any ideas what my plan should be. And well, let me know. If you want to talk to me, do it in the comments. Say something to me on Twitter. I'm at Vitruvian Gamer. And well, that's it for now, folks. See you all later. See you all in the future, in the verse, in the big black. But remember, keep flying. Bye bye.